Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope you're having a great day and thanks for tuning in today. Today's wonderful session. Today, I would like to briefly talk about our finances and pretty much whichever the stage you are in. I think some of these insights are going to help you to analyze how you wanted to see yourself developing in terms of finances. Personal finance is something you must get educated, and I must say this is mandatory, no compromises. Because at some point of time in our life, we got to get a deal with our money, and unless until you're rich enough, you're already with a silver spoon in your mouth, where you can expect a lot of inheritance from your parents, grandparents, and the real estates, or whatever the terms of wealth you might be getting, then you're in a good shape. But still, if you don't know, or if you if you are unable to understand how it works and what you need to do in order for you to control at least whatever you have, I wouldn't say control, or manage it wisely, so that you will do yourself in terms of finances a big favor for yourself, your family members, and to give that to the next generations to come if you can do it wisely. There is very important and very basic natural law we tend to forget when it comes to the finances. Now, ask yourself, whichever the age you are in, and how much money are you making as we speak, and how much were you making from the past 5 years, or how much would you be making 5 years from now? So it's a mix of understanding that you must have. Why do you need to know that? Either ways you make money and go to work, make money in some form, or a business or professions, whatever the thing you might be doing it. But there is something that you must understand is inflation, which we talked about in our previous videos in terms of finances, which I had. Inflation is something, don't worry about what inflation does to the economy and the place where you live in. Try to understand what it does to your family first, your pocket. What you used to buy a couple of years ago, say, I always use the example as a dozen of eggs. What was it cost and what is costing you right now, and what would it cost in the future? There's something to understand. Nothing changes in terms of the number of eggs we buy, but then the money you pay for it might change. So that's nothing but an inflation. It's like what you used to buy 10 years ago, you cannot buy right now with the same money, and you won't be buying it what you're buying at today's present rate 10 years from now. Now it varies between 4%, 3% to 4% year on year, whatever the economy says. As the government say, in some countries, governments predicts that you can live with $25 a month. I'm not sure how that calculations work. If someone can survive with $25 to $50 a month, that's something that obviously you need to ask your question. Now, coming back to the point, what you must understand is that what we tend to forget is the nature's law. Imagine that whatever the money you are making today, and where do you invest matters. Suppose if you have 2,000 rupees, $10, $20 every month saving. Now it's simple to understand. You can buy 5 mango, trees, and from a nursery where you can get 200 rupees each, or say 2 mango trees you buy for 1,000 rupees if it is expensive, and then somewhere around the house, wherever if you have an opportunity, put it there, and you see how it grows for after 5 to 6 years. And from the mangoes, you're going to either use it for yourself or give it to your friends and families. If you have enough of it, you can sell it and make money out of it. Now it's a long process, 5 years to 6 years. It's going to take time. You're not going to see any results during those times. But these 2,000 rupees or 1,000 rupees you invest on those 2 mango plants not only can help you, your generation, but next generation and coming generation, and average it pretty much some of the mango trees does last 100 to 200 years, depends on the breed you choose. Because I have seen in my village pretty much 100 and 120 years of mango trees, which were big, huge, So that's just to give an example. Now, maybe you might not be able to plant a mango tree, but something that's what investing does. And if you have a lot of opportunities where you can invest in a big companies or mutual funds or whatever it is, when you understand how it works, understanding the nature of it, and then taking care of it by looking after time to time and nurturing it, and if you don't plant something and keep digging every 2 days to see how much it's grown, that's what we do when we purchase a stock or when we purchase a mutual fund or when we invest somewhere, every 3 months, 6 months, it's easy to take it away, and during the panic, that's what we do and make a mistake, and a lot of mistakes I did in that form too. But if you give yourself a time, like a mango tree is a good example I gave you. But unfortunately, if you don't take that call of, say, buying 2 mango trees with what we have today, and nurturing it till it can grow, and then just picks up automatically after 6-7 years, you don't need to even worry. So that's a good example to start off. Probably, as I said, you might not plant a mango tree, but you can do any kind of investments on such form. If you have 10,000 rupees or 20,000 rupees, you can buy 4 bicycles and you can rent it and you can be a business owner. Look at opportunities, what you have. Start with what you have in hand. Starting from, even if you have 1,000 rupees savings, you still can buy quality stocks of 2-3 companies where you can leave it for 5-6 years, where you will be able to definitely have good returns on it. And those small things, we think that it doesn't make any difference, but the experience has taught me a lot. I've been making money since 1999. So maybe that time I started with 2,500 rupees, which is less $50 or less I was making a month. But still was making money last 20 years. But then understanding discipline is very important. And if you don't have a discipline as early as possible, and even if 1,000 rupees I would have invested last 20 years, today I would probably have a good enough of returns of those investments which I did. But I cannot go back 20 years back and invest. So, but what can I do is what I can do today, what plant I can do today, even if I have 1,000 rupees or 500 rupees or $10, $50, whatever it is. Today you get an opportunity to look around you to invest, or put it in a different form where you can have the major investments for the future, such as, buying a house or, buying some fixed deposits or whatever it is, in the form. But unless until you don't save it for yourself and think of future and investing in the right places, you're not going to see any results, but this is something that we tend to forget all the time, that, okay, I'm only saving $10 or 1,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees or $20. But if you put that in the right place, like planting a mango tree or buying a bicycle or renting it, or look at the farm, there are many ways that you can invest on your own, and see how it grows. Because only thing that you must understand in 3 things: start as early as possible with as much as you have, stay long enough, stay disciplined, and never go back when you invest, to keep looking every 2 days, 3 days how much it is grown. You don't get mango trees in a day. You don't get any of the natural fruits. You don't get immediately. You need to take care of it. Given certain period of time, it's going to give you the results. But if you understand the discipline, compounding, and that understanding, it doesn't matter how much money you make today, unless until you don't have all these together, thinking long-term discipline, staying invested, and more importantly, control the emotions. You should be able to save 2,000, 3,000, or say 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, but not get tempted to spend on those things for unnecessary things, which comes on your way every day. With the social media, what we have, we get tempted to buy new gadgets all the time and keep changing it, even though it's not necessary. So if that is the controlled emotions, no one is trying to steal your money from your pocket. It's your emotions which is doing that. You know, so that is something that you must understand and control their emotions. It should be like, yes, you have what you can do, but you decided not to do, or decided not to buy the new phone for next 2 years, or decided, not to uh, go and spend on extravagant or lavish parties, which you're going to lose anyways. And I'm not by no means telling you that you need to stop enjoying your life, but at the same time, you need to analyze. I always say one thing that, if you want to purchase something, you know, leave the decision for 7 days. And if you really think that after 7 days that is a must for your necessity, for whatever the reasons, then you can go ahead and buy it. But if because something came to your desk or something came to your mind to buy it, and it's so easy to just go up and just buy it on a credit card and you pay an EMI, so on and so forth. But sometimes there are many purchases I did, I hardly used for 2 3 days, and then my emotions gone away. For whatever the money I spent on those emotions, still I had to pay the EMIs. No one is going to pay for that. So what we need to understand is that controlling their emotions, and also when you have a discipline of saving something and investing in the right places, whichever the age you are in, you can do it. And I hope that helps for you to do better in your finances, because that is something you must master. As I said earlier of this video, as I said starting of this video, that is something you must master. Even if you are rich, you must master how to control your money, how to utilize your money, how to put for the best use. If you don't understand this, at some point of time, you're going to lead your financial life where your entire family dependent on you till they grow to their confidence level in order for them to explore their opportunities in terms of finances. But at some point of time, 10, 15, 20 years, you're going to lead that financial life. But then until you're not controlled enough, disciplined enough, futuristic enough to understand that, you may definitely go through certain challenges. And of course, everything can be learned, unlearned. Habits can be formed, unformed. So, that is something that you must master at the very beginning of your life, as soon as you started making money, if you can do it even much before. So I hope that helps for you to get better in what you want to do. And end of this video, I would like to leave you in one thing. Irrespective of whatever the money you're making, you still have an opportunity to invest in the right places. Think always a long term. Get educate yourself. Stay disciplined. And more importantly, control your emotions, because emotions will go away in less than no time, but you end up paying for those emotions. Stay well, stay blessed. Talk to you soon. And I hope you to do better in your finances and keep learning. Stay invested. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.